All right, ladies and gentlemen. Time is now 7 o'clock, October 22nd, 2024. Kick off our Mount Rural Area School Board work session. Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right behind us.
I know, it's scary.
I know.
All right.
Mr. Albert is not here. Mr. Badger.
Here.
Mr. Eisenhower.
Here.
Mr. Gardner.
Here.
Mr. Hausnick.
Here.
Miss McCoy.
Here.
Mrs. Meyer.
Here.
Mrs. Oberheim.
Here.
And Mr. Young.
Here. All right, no recognition or presentations on the evening. We'll move right into public comment portion of the agenda. This is the agreement on time for the time period for residents and taxpayers.
Ron Snell, Lower Manor Road. I have a question. And that is, well, first of all, let me give you a little bit of background. The state has a program that is the Public School Improvement Grant Program. I don't know how many of you've seen, but Jersey Shore just got awarded $600,000 for upgrades to their HVAC at the high school. And Sullivan County just got awarded $600,000 for roof repair and restoration project at their elementary school, in which the school district will contribute $200,000 in matching funds. My question is, has our school district applied for money from that grant? And if not, why? And while we're on the subject of money, I'm hoping that this year, it's getting close to budget time. So I'm hoping this year we can do a zero-based budget. And if that is the plan to do a zero-based budget, I suggest that the business office starts working on that right away, because unlike other years where the budget was done with a boilerplate budget, a zero-based budgeting takes a little bit of time. Thank you.
All right, seeing no one else in the room, we'll go on to Zoom. If you have a comment, please raise your hand. All right, none there. Moving on to general agenda items. There's some interesting ones here, so we'll just go through these one at a time, since we'd have to break a few out anyways, I feel. So 3.1, excuse me, approval of the following lease agreement between Mount Toursville Area School District and Quadient for renewal of the postage meter system. I will take a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second. Any questions? All right, no questions. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. 3.2, approval of the following amendment to the agreement between Mount Toursville Area School District and Crabtree, Warbaugh and Associates. Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions?
So this is just to, redo the additions and everything to later, right? So, or is this to replace the site logic?
This is to eliminate the idea of an ESCO project, because nobody can guarantee an ESCO
Okay.
project right
So
now.
that.
So there are a
so
lot of
it's
what
null-
ifs.
Okay, so it's now avoiding the site logic thing
Yep.
that we had looked at.
Yep.
And then having them also look at scope of the elementary, or is this,
Yeah.
or is this just the site logic portion?
This is just the adding the mechanical, electrical and plumbing
Okay, that's what.
to that, to make this a traditional, if it goes that route.
Okay.
design, bid and build.
Okay, that's why I wanted to
Project.
make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that was awesome.
And they've been tasked to reduce the scope of that work from 2022.
Perfect.
Are we done with Site Logic completely, or are they still doing something for us?
As of now, there's a gap with them. It's all gonna depend on the direction we go with the schools. We may bring them back around.
All right, hearing no other questions, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. 3.3, recommend approval of a bond agreement with the East Lycoming School District for repayment of 1/6 of the total cost of a bond in an amount not to exceed $5 million plus interest, 3.7% over a 15-year period for the improvement of the facilities, the Lycoming Career Tech Center. This does need to be in a roll call vote for this. Mrs. Smith, I'll let you have that.
I need a motion. in a
Motion
second.
is second.
Oh, yeah, we should do that generally. Guess I'll take a motion.
Motion to approve.
Any questions?
Yes. Is it okay if our kids still attend if we do not contribute to the cost of this?
Yes,
So our kids can still,
yes, this addresses only the project they proposed, phase one.
and we won't be penalized or.
No,
Can I clear a couple things?
Yep.
Because I've learned some new information since the last time we spoke. One of which is there's some reason to believe that East Lake Cummings benefited more than the other school districts, and I can see how that would look that way. Because they have high numbers, we have low numbers, Benton has very low numbers. At the last committee meeting, I went there and I spoke with people from everyone, and everybody's low numbers or numbers are going to be going way up next year. So East Lake Cummings and Muncie's numbers are going to be going down. It's all going to even out. Okay. Regarding the bleacher project, East Lake Cummings actually paying more to do this with Lyco CTC because of raising the space in between the bleachers. It costs more money. So if Lyco CTC wouldn't do this, they're actually, East Lake Cumming would actually be paying less for the bleachers.
Do we have, do they have a bid showing them?
Somewhere, I'm sure.
And how
And
do
that
we,
came from the architects. They got that.
and how do we know about the enrollment that are they? Have we heard anything that our enrollment's going up there?
well, there's no guarantee.
Right,
There's-
that's what
yeah,
I'm just,
I-
I mean.
What I'm learning is this, and I don't know, Dan, you can better explain, but are we the only school district where we're not sending ninth graders?
Correct, it's offered to 10 through 12.
Which could be why our numbers are lower.
Well, it's a 3-year program, so there aren't other. No,
We
our numbers
budgeted
are low because,
47.
because we have a few attractive programs out in the tech ed building.
Right.
And other reasons are kids don't want to give up a half day of school here to go there. Those are the two driving reasons
Okay.
as to why our numbers are what they are.
I know I talked to a couple people, different larger businesses out there, and they said their welders and diesel engine mechanics are in high demand. Okay. Phase one will guarantee that we have those two programs. We'll never get those programs back. We'll never have those programs to offer kids. Those two career fields are one of the two largest career fields in the natural gas industry, which supports all of us. We all know that. We all have friends in the gas industry. We say everybody around here. You ask somebody in the gas industry how they feel about this, all in, all in. We don't have to train these kids. They're getting advanced training.
I'm not arguing against. the
No, I'm not.
program.
I'm
I think
just-
it's great. I really do. I just think it's the distribution of payment. And it's my understanding, even if we vote no, we're on the hook for this money.
If it's approved by, it needs 4 or 6 districts. And it has to be roll call because they need 28 of of the 54, 29 of the 54 votes to be a yes.
So I mean, even if Benton and Mentoursville vote no, and then it goes and they get 29 of the 54 that goes and we still owe 1.6 million,
I haven't heard
So
any
it-
dissent from any other school district.
including Benton.
I was surprised, yes, they're, we specifically said it.
I just, with everything going on in our district, and I think it's a great program. I just think it's lousy the way they distributed how it's gonna get paid for. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to the districts that aren't sending, they're sending not even a quarter of the same amount of kids to it.
See how that's gonna be beginning to out, and we got Benton saying they're gonna send a lot more. And Willows
But we-
probably, that lowers the high
It's
numbers.
never going to be as high as East Lake Coming. And it's never gonna be as high as Mercy because they're right there. Do you know what I mean? They're, East Lake Coming, they just walk across the campus. So we will never have as many kids as East Lake Coming. Because it's on campus and they don't have to get bused there. And they don't have to, and they don't have the ag program we do. So you have to put that in mind too. And I also agree, I think welding and diesel mechanic are going to be in huge demand. I don't argue any of that. I argue the amount that we are being asked to contribute in comparison to the other districts. And with everything that we have going on within our district right now, from a fiscal standpoint, is why I just don't like it. And it's not that I don't support the program. Like I said, I think it's a great program. I think we need more programs like that. But I just don't think that their decision to, penalize the smaller district that probably will never have the enrollment numbers, but they will. And they know that. I mean, they can massage it all they want to, but we have a great ag program and you also need, farmers and people in that, type of industry as well to keep the country going. So all great programs. That too.
Right,
I was
and
gonna
that's,
say, I know but to that point,
well,
we do have kids on the waiting list.
right,
and
and
they
that's because they're
don't- Of what the
competing.
programs.
There's 3 different sessions, so different sessions, you have different schools. So it's very confusing. Dan could probably explain it a little better. But I did ask that question.
But there should be preferential to those that don't live on the campus to those programs.
Yeah, there are 3 sessions. We attend the PM session with Loyalsock and Benton. The mid session is exclusively East Lake Coming because of the convenience of location. They're right there. It's hard middle of the day to transport students and get them back. They lose too much of their home schools in the mid session.
No, I think it's, I think it's a great program. I just said, no, it's a great program. I just don't like how they decided on how to have people contribute. No, it's fun. I mean, even if we vote no, I mean, we're in a losing battle, but at least I'll be able to sleep at night. That's all. Aren't you going back in person?
I know
Moving on for a bit.
last meeting, I think it was last meeting, we talked about feasibility of if we're gonna be putting out this much money. Feasibility of looking into developing other programs for our campus.
Our own.
And is that something that we think we can seriously look at?
I don't think you can seriously look at expanding programs and growing when we haven't dealt with the elementaries.
Right.
I think once that's out of the way and we know the costs and where that's gonna land, you could start looking at some of the other things, but until an elementary decision is made, I don't see us
Yeah.
looking at that yet. Teachers are ready. I'm sure we could grow them.
Mhm.
I'm not concerned about that. It's the finances of the
Right.
district that I'm concerned.
But it is something that we can maybe realistically
Mhm.
do down the road.
Yeah, the ag program certainly can would be a second teacher. The facilities are set up to add a second teacher and run an animal track and a plant track. But again, that's teachers 120, 130,000 a year annually with benefits and everything. So we're not ready yet. I want to get there.
I think we all do. Okay, anyone else? All right, Mrs. Smith?
Right, Mr. Badger,
No.
Mr. Eisenhower,
Yes.
Mr. Gardner. Mr. Hausnick,
Yes.
Mrs. McCoy,
No.
Mrs. Meyer,
No.
Mrs. Oberheim,
No.
and Mr. Young.
No. All right, 3.4, approval to waive an admission fee for the teddy bear toss event at the boys basketball game on December 10th, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second. Any comments, questions? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. 3.5, approval of the following field trips for members of the professional staff. I will take a motion to approve.
Motion to. Second.
Any questions?
Yes, I have one. Where, in this column where it says expenses to district. Is that coming out of the general budget fund, or the general budget, or is this money that comes out of funds that these individual classes have?
No, when it says
Where-
expense to district, those are building budget expenses.
And
General
those-
fund.
Those have been budgeted for?
Mhm.
All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. 3.6, approval of the use of facilities for Roseanne Bolsar, the middle school, commas, December 22nd from 10 AM to 6 PM. Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. 3.7, approval of the use of facilities for William Kennedy Good News Club, Lighter Elementary, Wednesday, October 23rd to April 16th. Is that right? October 23rd, April, should that be
Yeah.
April
Should be
16th,
2025.
25?
Motion to
Yeah.
approve.
Second.
Any questions? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. If everyone's okay, we'll combine the personnel 4.1 through 4.4.
Make a motion and
Motion to approve.
Second. Are there any questions this over?
Yes, Jocelyn Roth is going to be getting a stipend of $2,600. Is that a new cost to us, along with the other coach that we've already
yes,
hired?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
That's to run the club,
Did we vote on this before at all?
the volleyball club, yeah.
Yeah, but we wanted the club, but did we say that there was going to be an assistant coach added?
That was all detailed. We had all of the detail of coaches and items needed to start the club.
Okay.
Yep.
So that was in the list.
Mhm.
Great.
No question. Anyone else? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. 5.1, discussion of future action items, scheduling the town hall meetings concerning the elementary schools.
Yeah, so I want to get a feel for how many, where, last time we ran 5 at all the different townships, and we had one at the, I think we had one at the Valley too. Just not sure this round, what we want to do as far as updating. You want to have it look the same, do a couple, or ones at the high school and ones at the Valley. That's kind of where I want this discussion to focus tonight.
I think personally, us traveling to them makes more sense. That way, I know a lot of folks have a hard time getting out,
Yep,
and,
I think-
and if we pick a day or two here at the school, they may not be able to make that. But if we do it locally, like we did last time, just makes sense. I just want to make sure that it's advertised like crazy, so they're very well aware that we're gonna be there. So we can hear them.
So yeah, like advertise all like social, like on all the middle school, high school.
Yeah.
all the
Text blast,
Facebook pages.
calls.
Last time we sent a postcard to every resident as well. Do we want that expense?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Probably find some reasons. Yeah, I'm thinking like text messages, phone calls.
Not everybody's in that
media.
That's
system.
true. So that I was just
Not
gonna say,
everybody's in that system.
we're just taking into account the
That's true.
people have kids. It's a taxpayer situation as well.
That's true.
So
That's why we did
to
the
that
postcard.
point, the postcards,
Some smoke signals to people that are that rural.
this, you may have to. So probably postcards would have to.
I'd be in favor of
postcards.
The more get information, the better.
What is the cost of the district to send a postcard to every resident? I'm not saying we shouldn't, I think we should.
I would have to get that information. I
That's
don't
okay, I
know.
was just,
Yeah.
It wasn't, if I remember correctly, it wasn't. It was cautious.
yeah, because then.
Mm,
like,
it was
save it, I'm like,
manageable.
well, how-
It was manageable. And that's something that I think we're all willing to spend money on, so we get the word out.
Yeah, we just don't, yeah, we definitely don't want them to be able to
What's up?
say no one has reached.
So 4,000 properties.
Yeah, just do that math too.
I don't know what postcard postage is.
70 cents or 2,100 right there.
That's pretty envelope.
Standard postcard, 56 cents.
So you're $2,000, like a little over,
And then you
plus
have,
the postcards and then the printing. So it's probably between three.
you're
and
probably looking
$4,000.
between 3 and 4.
I think that's what it was last time.
Okay.
But we're gonna spend a few.
Yeah, it's a,
Yeah,
probably
to
2, 3.
renovate schools.
for 4,000.
We figure about $1 a card.
Yeah.
By a card and stamp.
All right, well, I will select some dates and we'll go from there.
And we're looking at starting that. soon, yeah.
Hoping in November, yeah, yeah,
So after our meeting in November, we'll have some.
which I have to get the postcards out before that. Okay,
So you said November?
yeah. All right,
Any other thoughts on that? Carolyn, we're good over there? Good with it? Okay. I don't have to make a motion on anything, right? It was just discussion.
Discussion.
yeah. Just giving me direction.
All right, final public comment portion of the evening. Another,
One more question.
oh, hold on a second. Mr. Snell, hold on. We have a question.
When, hold on. When are we planning on setting up, like, what's the time span? Did you already give that?
It's, yeah, November.
He's gonna look at that
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
in action.
Ron Snell, Lower Manor Road. The only thing I have, Dan, if you could please, you have my contact information, my number. Could you get back with me on that grant, on the questions on that grant?
Yep.
The other thing, I have to say is the vote on East Lake Cumming School District's, LCTC expansion. I have to agree with the way the vote went tonight. Although I do think that it's a great program. It is too bad that there was, the people that have, or the districts that have the most, kids in there. It's too bad that they voted for us and Benton to have the same cost as those districts that have the most kids in it. So I'm glad the vote went the way it was, or the way it did. Hopefully, these other school districts wake up and do the same. Thank you.
All right, no one else in the room. We'll go to Zoom. If anyone has a comment, please raise your hand. All right, no hands were raised. That will conclude our public comment portion of the evening. And if there are no other questions, we'll make a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any last thoughts? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
Imagine if we didn't have a discussion like this.